the matchup that everyone has wanted the most of 2021. The consensus #1 player of 2020 in Ruben, and what many say is the #1 player of 2021, probably consensus #1 player of this year in Mohamed Light, head-to-head right now.
Yeah, Ruben, I have so much respect for his game. I mean, year in, year out, one of the best players in the world. 2020, I mean, he took that title and ran away with it. He did everything and anything that he wanted to that year, and Mohamed Light kind of doing the exact same thing. Obviously, hasn't really done what he wanted to in the past 2 months, but right here, he is on top of his game. He knows the meta inside and out. He knows what he's doing with tool format, and he is ready to win.
So a bit of a exchange here to open things up, but as of now, slowing things down just a bit are these two players. First minute away, and after a bit of back and forth, not too much since.
Yeah, RG, cycle. I mean, you say cycle, and so you automatically assume, like, oh, let's play 42 troops inside single elixir. But RG is kind of weird. When you have Fisherman, you realize you have that control aspect. The E-bars provide so much value, so you don't need to apply a ton of pressure. You realize that in double, triple, it doesn't matter. You are going to be fine. Ruben, on the other hand, going to be using E-Giant likely as his deck. He does love E-Giant. He knows how to play that deck super well, and there we go. We do see the Prince, so we are looking at possibly E-Giant from Ruben.
Setting up the Electro Wizard in the back right now is Mohamed Light, Barb Barrel in front, and just in time does turn that Prince back the opposite direction, but Fisherman has to come out to keep too much damage off that left-hand tower, and that's going to give Ruben maybe a good chance to set up here for his next big push.
Yeah, Ruben, I mean, he's trying to get that damage whenever he can, and Fisherman out of cycle, so he goes in immediately. He can get a ton of value from this Lightning if he wants to play it, and he will. Does miss one of the E-bars, which is huge, but this is going to be taken out too early, and so the Fisherman isn't going to be able to activate King Tower right there.
Wow, huge moment here for Ruben, and one extra brawler shot here. Punching a wall, hurts his fist, but hurts the tower more. 1030 on that left-hand side for Mohamed Light, who showing a bit of discomfort on his face as we go deeper into double.
Yeah, Ruben's so intelligent, knows how to play each matchup, understands that, yes, the E-bars are going to take it out just a little bit, but the Lightning mixed with the E-bar damage, he's allowing the he allowed the E-Giant to be taken out just a little bit, so that way he couldn't activate King Tower. He understood exactly how it was played right there. I was so impressed by that push.
Royal Giant in on the left-hand side. Brawler going to be supported by the Ice Wizard here on defense in sudden death overtime, 1854. And now that Bomber going hard on the right-hand side. 1030 for the left-hand lane for Mohamed Light, 1501 as he does set up Mother Witch.
Yeah, we see why Ruben loves the Prince in this specific matchup. Like, the Prince is getting so much value every time he gets played on the floor. He has to use the Fisherman. He has to use the Heal Spirit to protect his Fisherman. The E-Wiz as well. He's spending so much elixir, not getting the correct Royal Giant pushes because of it. And, I mean, 1 minute and 25 seconds left. Ruben is dominating this game right now.
RG at the bridge. Baby Dragon's going to go down here in a moment. Prince to meet with the Bomber behind. Fishboy does go down. This will be 2 shots. I don't think a third comes in. No, it doesn't. But that does take a nice chunk back as Mohamed Light sets up here on the way into triple.
Yeah, right now, Ruben just kind of putting himself in a position where he can lightning his opponent out. Doesn't need to spend too much. He can just defend. Once it gets to 20 seconds left, he just cycles 2 lightnings on top. So right now, Mohamed Light is just in an awkward spot where he has to apply pressure while also trying to do too many other things, trying to defend, trying to do everything. This is tough for him. This is really tough for him.
An Electro Giant going to go one side, Lightning to the other, and now down to 973, under 1,000 HP. But here we go. Royal Giant with E-Barbs, E-Wiz behind to try to get some help to break through. This RG should get 1 shot, doesn't get a second. It does get just the 1. Number 2 trying to get in, 13:52, 24 seconds left.
Yeah, great defensive lightning right there. Doesn't need to worry about the tower damage right now. He can cycle back to that next lightning. Exactly what I was talking about just a little bit earlier. His opponent has to cycle 3 different fireballs on top of the tower. He doesn't have log, and so he knows he just defends, sets up the Goblin Cage. There goes the lightning, and there goes the GG.
Wow, what a great play, and the patience there of Ruben to hold off on those defensive nados or on any nados for such a long time and using it just at the most